Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Friday Reads Live. How are you guys doing today on this lovely Friday? Let's see who's in the house. DL in the house, Tracy, Billy, Anna, welcome. I see Alba, Pam Pam. Okay, very nice. All right, let me get on to what I am reading. So, as you know, it's the month. Welcome, Latrice. Welcome, Charlene. And I'm like reading between four books to finish off a month. So the first one is the Debacle, which is the 19th book in the Wugan Macau series, which I'm buddy reading with Anna. And I think I'm around page 350. So I need to get booking because this one is kind of long. It's like 500 and ah la la, 582 pages. So I got to get booking on that one. I'm reading this, which is Les Liaisons Dangereuses by Chodolo de la Clos. And this one is the pick from my cart that my husband wrapped. And this is a reread, and I'm reading it in English. And I highly recommend this in English. I think it's done really, really well. It's epistolary and it's funny as hell. But anyway, I like the messiness of this one, even though it's kind of heartbreaking. So this one I'm smack dab in the middle, but it reads fastest. So if I just sit for another, let's say 2-3 hours, I probably could finish this one. I just started this one yesterday. This is My Son's Story by Nadine Gordimer. I'll be discussing this on the podcast with Christy. Nadine Gordimer is a white South African writer. So it started interesting, this one. So I'm curious where this is gonna go. It's not too long, this one. I don't even think it's 300 pages. It's what 200. It's 277 pages, and I'm only on page 50. Oh well, we're gonna make it work. And of course, King, which everybody has been raving about. I'm loving it as well, but I need on. I'm like smack dab in the middle somewhere, so I need to get reading this weekend, or at least the beginning of next week. So I could read Monday and Tuesday. I think I could finish one off. So that is what the girl is reading. All this right here. This will finish off my month. So what y'all reading? Let me see. I don't wait. If you could describe white teeth in one word, ooh, I don't know. I would describe it as brilliant. How about that? Hey, Alicia. Hey, lady. Welcome. What are you guys reading? Hey, Rosa. Hey, Raymond. Hey, Teresa. Hey, a book doctor. Yeah, I'm still reading King too, but I'm loving it. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a really, really good book. Learning stuff. Oh, okay. Alicia's finishing King and Camille. Very good. So we have two in common. Okay, Pam said finish Chain Gang All Stars. Ended up. See, that's what I. It was a 3-star for me too. Uh, so you said you started to lose interest and definitely felt it was written thinking about it. Yeah, it felt very much like I was reading a TV script. But now the thing that kind of bugged me is how the two main characters are in love with each other. They're a couple, but we never really see them as a couple, if you know what I mean. We never see these two characters loving on each other. We just see them as they felt like good friends to me. They didn't feel like they were lovers to me, and they're supposed to be lovers, is how I understood it to be. And I thought that was weird. I didn't understand that, why this wasn't developed more so that it felt like that they were lovers. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Let's see. Mm, see, book doctor says King so good. I agree. Okay, so Sharon is still reading King. Oh, you finished Black AF. I would love to read that next month, but I'm not sure if I have time to read that. Lady says, oh, blackberries, blackberries. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. I love me some Crystal Wilkinson. That lady, I can't read. I don't know why more people don't read her books, but she's fantastic. Oh, Age of Vice, very nice. I want to get to Age of Vice as well, but I think I will get to that one in March. Okay, so C and JL1 is reading Camille. Okay, hello Celeste, welcome. Dr. Raymond in the house. Finish King today. Yes. Um, okay, Liddy said I gave into FOMO and picked up King. Yeah, girl, you're not gonna regret it. I'm telling you, that's a good book. Okay, so Tracy said The Black Joy Project, okay, by Cleaver Cruz. 117 beautiful photos and eight heartwarming essays. Okay. Oh, and also King. All right, great. Uh oh, so you agree with me, Pam Pam. I thought I was crazy. I was like, are these two supposed to be together? How come we never really see them together? What's up with that? Uh yeah, yeah, the sex scenes are kind of cringy. I mean, the few that were in there were cringy, but I felt like that that lesbian couple was not portrayed as a lesbian couple. They were portrayed as good friends, but they were supposed to be a lesbian couple. And I didn't get why they didn't, why he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he was uncomfortable with the idea of writing a lesbian sexual relationship, or he didn't know how to do that. I'm not sure what it was, but I know there was one thing I was getting sick of was the main character, the I guess you could call him sort of like a semi narrator. He's the one that when they're fighting in the ring, he's the one that's describing everything for the TV and everything. That guy's I couldn't get that guy's voice out of my head. It was so annoying to me after a while. It got on my nerves. It really got on my nerves. Hey Margaret, how are you? What are you reading? Or what are you writing instead? Celeste, she's reading Baldwin. Excellent. Can't go wrong with Baldwin. Oh, how is it? How is Watson? The audio of King is excellent. I highly recommend it. Okay, and Rosa is still reading Camille. She's got 30 pages left. Looking forward to discussion. I am as well. Yeah, see, Celeste said audio is great. Yeah, see, DL said it's great. Yeah, Dean Graham, he killed it. Okay, I had to go look him up because I didn't know who he was, but he that brother can read. Okay, he's killing it. Um, work for an audiobook magazine. Okay, yeah, cool. Um, yeah, Dion Graham is the business. He was really reading that extremely well. Let's see. So Margaret is reading about the Irish in Scotland in 1830s for a research read. Oh, interesting. Jasmine says reading Natural Beauty and the People in the Trees. I remember that book, The People in the Trees, but I don't know if I ever got a copy of that to actually read it. But it's one that I've been wanting to read, The People in the Trees. Yeah, Dion be reading, huh? I agree. Uh, okay, so Raymond is reading Invisible Academy, Courtney B. Vance. and Dr. Robin Smith and Color Purple. Okay. Yeah, because Raymond, when is your next discussion with Honore on the Color Purple? Mila Nixon says, wait, it keeps popping up so fast. We told you Dion Graham was on point. He's awesome. Yeah, he is awesome. Highly recommend him. Yeah, he's a business. Oh, okay. Good for him. He don't have to be on that social media dragging you down all day. It's good that he can, he can get jobs without having to do that stupid social media crap. Rose, Rose, the people in the trees left me traumatized. The ending still has me shook. Oh Lord, Jesus. Then maybe I shouldn't. Then um, okay, it's Saturday, Saturday the 3rd, next weekend. Hey Lex, how are you? Lex is reading Long Gone Come Home by Monica Chenault Kilgore. Okay. Oh, it's a debut historical fiction novel. Okay, great. And let's see. A book doctor says we love the nerdy circle. Yeah, I like nerdy circle as well. A great idea to read The Color Purple as a group. Oh, The Darkest Child. Yeah, this is the one you got to get your mind right. That's what everybody tells me. Everybody tells me the mother in The Darkest Child is one of the worst literary mothers in literary history. That's what people keep saying about that mama. That mama is terrible in The Darkest Child. Teresa says Dion Green is one of my favorite male narrators. So yeah, I knew he would kill it. Yeah, he's got a great voice. Reads with a lot of expression. Very much you can see that he's very much at ease with doing reading of books. Okay, so Teresa's reading Zora and Langston, the story of friendship and betrayal, and Money, Murder, and Mayhem by Sean Branch. Okay. Worse than Precious Mama? I don't know, but apparently pretty bad. I don't know. The people who have read both books, y'all have to compare because I hadn't read Precious and I haven't read The Darkest Child, but I just heard so many people said, "Oh my God, that mother was like really one of the worst mothers that they read in literary history." So I don't know. It's probably a shootout between the two mothers. Who's the worst? Let's see. Oh, okay. You're gonna do some productivity sprints. Well, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, and I keep an eye on your Black Author Tube. Readathon. I go and check your videos when I catch them. Have a good productivity sprint. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see. Raymond someone's kidding. Yeah, well, I hear Precious Mama's bad, but I know y'all have to tell me because the darkest child, that mama was pretty bad, apparently. I think wasn't the darkest child the and there wasn't she prostituting her child? Wasn't that one of the things she was doing to the dark child? She was like beating her and then she was prostituting her or something. Yeah, I don't remember, but y'all can tell me which one is the worst. See, Billy said the mother in the darkest child is awful. She said, and I'm only 7 chapters deep. The darkest child was rough. You see, there you go. I mean, this what I be hearing. Look at DL. It's rough. Um, hey Kay, welcome. Okay, so she's reading Edge of Collapse, a post-apocalyptic survival thriller. Like Kyla Stone. Ooh, that sounds intense. Oh, you see, Sharon says the darkest child mother is the worst. Okay. Raymond said, I might need to read the darkest child this year. Yeah, I need to read it as well because I've always put it up on my TBR and I've always taken it off. I put it up and taken it off. I need to do it. I need to, get through the baptism of the darkest child. The thing that's really shame about the darkest child is that I remember reading somewhere that the author was working on a second part to that book, but she died before she could finish it. So you only have the darkest child. You don't have the follow-up book. Oh my God. Tracy said the darkest child lives in my mind rent free. The mother was horrifying. Wow. Yeah, not the one that antagon. I hear you on that one. The antagonizing the key part, not so good. But the ones, I mean, like if you look at something like Patsy, that's what she does. She tells her child like she's going to the US and that she's gonna send for her 1 year later. Child, 10 years be passed and she still ain't come back for her child. She never come back for her child. That's a little less traumatic than, beating on your child and doing all this stuff that I hear was in the darkest child. So hey, Patrice. Oh, y'all, Patrice has a YouTube channel now. See, go check it out. 2 minutes on books. Go subscribe. Yeah, the author of The Darkest Child, she passed away before she could finish that sequel to the book. Maybe it doesn't need a follow-up, but she was working on follow-up. I mean, I don't know if it needed one, but she thought it needed one. So, oh, by read of The Darkest Child later in the year. Okay, then I might join. If I hadn't read it by then, I'll join. Oh, you're reading The Lost Songs of Boise Sing by Ingrid Pilso. Okay, I don't think I've heard of that one before. Ingrid Pilso, isn't she the one that wrote, what's that other book? Oh, I think of the name of it right now. Yay, Tatiana made it. You need to read Patsy is good, but she's a terrible mother. And I thought, I said, y'all, I told her, I said, Patsy is a terrible mother. She was like, you think? She was like not happy. I told her that Patsy was a terrible mother. Well, she was. Hey, Curly Q. Yeah, Love After Love. That's it. That's the one. Oh, okay. So Boise Sting is an arc. So when is it coming out? When's it coming out, D? The Boise Sing one coming out in July or June? Teresa said, "Oh, I do a buddy read a Darkest Child, Raymond. See, you got three people, Raymond, that want to you, me, and Teresa. We like we all here for it. I'm sure there are other people in here who want to read the Darkest Child as a buddy read. Oh, look, Celeste, I'm in. Okay, Tatiana, come on, join us for the buddy read. The Dark Child. All right, that makes Patrice. She ready to go too. You got your buddy read, Raymond. You just got to set it all up. Pick a month and set it up. We're all game. Yeah, it's been on my shelf for years as well, Tatiana. And like I said, I keep like inching it towards the TBR of the month, and then I wind up yanking back. So we waiting on you, Raymond. All right. Look, Sarah said she'll do it too. That's a lot of people. That makes that you're almost on a read along now. Come on now. Uh-oh. Tracy said I'm for a reread, but I'm kind of scared. No, it would not be a light summer read. Okay, lady, you've already read it, so it would be a reread for you. Okay. Okay, yeah, it could be good to do a massive buddy read on Storygraph. I mean, it's easy to set up over there, I think now that you can do buddy reads or read-alongs with a lot of people over there now. Yeah, only we get our minds right. But someone besides Raymond can lead. Why? Raymond can lead? Okay, I'll do it. If nobody else wants to do it, I'll do it. We just got to figure out what we want to do it. Let's see. Maybe we could do it in maybe we could do July, or we could do it in September. September would be a good to do it, or September or October. I don't know why I can't do it. I don't know. The Lost Love Songs, yeah. That's coming out the 23rd of April. Okay, that's cool. I'm down with that. Cool. So Raymond should do it, but he don't want to do it. Raymond says we should do a buddy read, and then the moment he say, okay, Raymond, you gonna read it? He like, nah, I'm out. He's only assisting me. Okay, well, he can assist you to do the buddy read for the Darkest Child. This is hilarious. Y'all are cracking me up. Y'all are cracking me up. Raymond is the most silent one in here right now. Everybody got an opinion on Raymond, and Raymond is like super quiet. He's super quiet on this one. See my comments above. Yeah, but the only thing about the story graph, does everybody in here have the story graph? Because I know a lot of people don't. Some people have a story graph, but some people are still just doing reads, not doing story graphs. So I don't know if story graph would be a good idea. So I guess you would have to see about that. Oh, you have, I mean, yeah, I have it. Dee says she has it. Oh, Sarah doesn't have the story graph. Uh, or do a chat like we're doing for King on Instagram. Oh, you see, Charlene doesn't have the story graph. I mean, you could do it. You could do it in DMs on IG. That way, it makes it a little easier. People can get in and out really quickly. It doesn't have to be one particular leading. Everybody can come in with their comments. When they have comments, they come in with their comments. I do too. I love that group chat with King. It's been fantastic. It's very, very good, that chat for King. That way, the thing about that chat is really good is that everybody can come in whenever they're available and you can see what's already been said. You can add to the commentary and then you just keep it moving. Basically, there's always somebody in there, it seems like. So I think it's a good chat. We could do the same for the darkest child. Yeah, that's normal, Mila. If you're still in school, I mean, it's normal. You don't have time to read what you want to read. So, but you're about to be a master's recipient or a doctor, so it's all worth it. Oh, thanks, Alba. Yeah, there's a group chat for King. Oh, DL, you have the story gap, but you never check it. Okay, well, there you go. The story graph ain't work because not everybody doesn't have it. I could read. Yay! Raymond said group chat it is for the darkest child. Now, Raymond, what month are we reading it in? No, the group chat is on IG. Bye, Curly Q. Happy tutoring. I know, right? It's all worth it. Even if you can't read right now, you're going to be doctor. I mean, that's so cool. They're not going to do Discord because everybody has Discord. Everybody got IG, but not everybody got Discord. July or September will work. Okay, cool. Okay, Kay don't want to be in the group chat though. Okay, Kay. Like y'all ain't gonna be binging on my DMs all day and night. Thank you. Oh, and Raymond said, no, I don't want to bang it on mine. Then where you gonna put this chat at? Where you gonna put the chat at? Well, you could do a Discord. Why not do a Discord? Does everybody in here have Discord? Because do it on Discord. Y'all could do it on Discord. But I'm not everybody Discord. Okay, so Tracy said, please not Discord. I don't know. Oh, Alba says 46 watching, only 2 likes. Why? Yeah, you know, YouTube be people, it takes them a minute to like something. So I have a couple of questions to ask you guys tonight. Um, has everybody in here read Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison? If you've read Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, can you put a thumbs up in the chat? I don't. LaShonda in the house. Okay, okay, so there's quite a few thumbs up, so that's good. Okay, now this is my next question. Do you consider Invisible Man to be a satire? Hey, Red Cup Book Club, do you consider Invisible Man to be a satire? Yes or no? If you say yes, I want to know why. Okay, the book doctor says no. Okay, Judith says no. Okay, Celeste says no. Okay, a hard no for me. Okay, okay, so I'm not crazy. That's all I wanted to know. I mean, when I read it, I was like, that wasn't funny. I was like, nothing in it was funny to me. Because somebody had done a post on books that were satires, and they put at the end of the list was Invisible Man, Ralph Ellison. I was like, since when? Because I don't remember being funny. Okay, Tracy's definitely not satire. Okay, okay, I'm good. Nobody's saying yes. That's what I said. Like, how is that a satire? It's exactly what I said, Celeste, when I saw the post. I was like, hmm, what does somebody look like? There's somebody back. Okay. So there you have it. No, this somebody be black who said it was a satire. Yeah. I just wanted to know what y'all was thinking. Sigh. What? Look, I was the same. I was scratching my head. And I thought maybe I'm not awake. Maybe I need to come back to that post and see what exactly what I saw is what I saw. Yeah, people just be saying shit. You mean people be saying shit? Yeah, a little bit. I think Celeste is grasping at straws. You learn one new word and just overuse it. Yeah, it felt like that when I saw it. I thought this is crazy. I mean, I know it's been a minute since I read that. I wasn't laughing when I read that book. Folks been showing out the last few weeks. Okay, if you say so. I ain't been on it like that. Well, I mean, you can also discuss this whole idea, like, because um, I was watching. I don't want to say who it is, but I was watching this one bookstagrammer, South African bookstagrammer, and she said she had, I don't know, done a TikTok, and there were some of the TikTokers got mad at her for what she was saying. And I think she was talking about diversity. Now, y'all know this diversity subject comes up every year. It's the same thing. And what she tried to say, yeah, what she tried to say, what this bookstagram was trying to say, I totally agreed with what she was saying. I could understand where she was coming from and understood what she was saying. So I know that this is something everybody be wrestling with because this word diversity gets you every time, gets you in the neck. So, like on Storygraph, when you go to fill out your review, it'll say, is this book diverse? Are the characters diverse or whatever? And I always look at that question and I'm like, what the heck does that mean? What does that mean to ask me if the characters are diverse? Now, it depends on what you mean by the word diverse, because for some people, diverse just means black, straight up, no chaser. And then for some people, it means really that diverse, meaning different types of people. So when people start to be categoric and saying, wait, diverse questions are usually, yeah, I don't get it. Like, because I saw that question, I'm like, now if I'm reading, I don't know, let's just say if I'm reading The Color Purple, and the question is, are the characters diverse? What am I supposed to respond? You know, if I'm reading Zola, I'm a black woman, I'm reading Zola, a lot of the characters are white French people. What am I supposed to say? For me, that's diverse reading because I'm reading something that isn't a mirror of my culture or who I am. So look, that's the question they ask everybody on the story graph. When you fill out your review, they ask that question to everybody. So if it's an Asian lady and she's reading The Color Purple, what is she supposed to say? If it's an Asian lady and she's reading, I don't know, The Kitchen God's Wife, what is she supposed to say? So this asking people if things are diverse, or claiming that, or refusing to read anything that doesn't reflect who you are as a person, is this gonna get you far in the understanding of the reading world? Probably not. Um, but like, yeah, I don't know what y'all think. Cause oh, cool, curly Q's back, tech issues. Yay, I love tech issues. Hey B, how are you? These diverse questions are usually the things that usually cause people to have a ruckus. So they had a ruckus over on the TikTok, because this bookstagrammer refused to back down on the fact that, well, basically what she was saying to the other Black American bookstagrammers, like, your vision of being a Black American isn't the vision of all Black people all over the world. We're all different. The similarities are shown, but our stories are different. Is what the South African bookstagrammer was trying to say. So I understood what she was trying to say, and she gave some examples, which, she said it's like when the word colored is used. For a Black American, when we hear the word colored, it kind of gets up our neck. We can't stand that word because we know for our background what that word means. But for a South African woman's background, it's different when they say the word colored, for example. Or even she even used examples. She said the N word. She said, I don't care about the N word. That doesn't mean anything to me. But say the K word and I'm out. You know, that will make me mad. And not even say the K word. If you don't know what the K word is, go look it up. Go look it up if you don't know the K word. Or I can spell it out for you. Kaffir. That's sort of like an equivalent to the N word in the US, but in South Africa for Black people. So it was interesting hearing her talk about it, and then, saying that the girl that was fighting with her pretty much on TikTok was just not listening to anything she was saying. She was just going, going, going. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, you're correct, Tatiana. Absolutely, Raymond. Yes, of course. Because then I was thinking, well, it's a little bit like if you're a middle class black person and you're reading about an upper class black person, that's something you don't know. You see? Or if it's the other way around, upper class black person is reading about a poor black person, that's something they don't know. So you're going to learn something. Well, the way she explained it, it made sense to me. She don't live in America. She live in South Africa. So their background is different from ours. It's not the N word that they yell at South African black people. It's the K word that they yell at them. That's what's happening on TikTok. But I was reading her stories on Instagram. She was talking about. She said, "Ugh, I made the TikTok book talk mad. Black book talk is mad at me." Let's see. Yes, I agree, book doctor. It doesn't mean anything. At this point in time, it doesn't mean anything when you say diverse. If somebody says that word, I just look at them and I just ask them and say, "What you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean diverse?" Because it's starting to be a little bit like when people started saying urban. Ooh, this is urban, which is another way of saying black without saying black. So I just ask people what they mean because I don't know what they mean. Yep, you're correct. People are not a monolith, and that's something it seems like we have to keep repeating. Yeah, it is very different because every country has its background, its culture, the common denominator is that they've been colonized, but it's different. It's a different culture, so you're going to learn something from reading books that are set in Zimbabwe or that are set in Mozambique or um, that are set in Eritrea, for example, or set in um, Nigeria or set in Cote d'Ivoire. You're gonna get a different take and a spin on things, and you can't reside in only reading Black American work and thinking that you can then superpose your culture onto all of the diaspora. This is a problem. I have a problem with that. It doesn't work for me. Yeah, I was like, say what? I was like, no, no, come on now. Black Americans who read mostly Black lit are no different than white women who read only white stories. To a certain extent, I can almost understand what she means. To a certain extent, because you have to look at the way. I was just talking to somebody else. I was talking to Morgan about this, and we were talking about the idea of publishing and where is it going, and who's getting published and all this. And one of the things we both were in agreement with is this idea that when you have a story that's written by a black author, the publishing company will do its damnedest to whitewash the story. Why? because they want the white readers to so-called be able to identify with what is going on in the book. Now, if it's on the reverse, okay, so if it's on the reverse, so it's we're the black people trying to read a white book, ain't nobody blackwashing nothing for us. We got to get up to scratch. We got to get up to whatever speed it is they say they want us to read and understand. They're not going to help us try to understand. And they're going to make us comfortable, is what I'm saying. We got to make them comfortable, but they're not going to make us comfortable. And this is a problem, you know. So this is one of the reasons why, to a certain extent, when you say you're only going to read, you know, black Americans and you're black American and you're white, you're only going to read white people. It kind of has a similar tone to it after a while because it's like, come on now. But you know, there's a lot of pitfalls in all of this. Yes, exactly. They still see the customers as largely white people. And they're not looking at the fact that black women buy more books than most of the other demographics. That part right there, they seem to like not want to pay attention to it. Okay. So when you see that, it kind of annoys me. It kind of annoys that a black author can't get their story published as black as they want it to be, can't get published as black as they want it to be because the publishers are steady saying, "Oh well, we're afraid people won't identify with it. They won't be able to understand. They won't want to." That's just some bullshit to me. I don't know. That's some bullshit that I don't like because all it does is to make everybody revert to their corner and only want to read their stuff, whether you be black, Asian, white, Hispanic, or whatever. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not a good thing. And then this is how we get into this, like the other chick who was saying, "Why y'all reading King? It's written by a white man. Y'all don't need to be reading that." Okay, she's making that statement, but she hasn't read the book. But here again, we're in a book community where we're supposed to be intelligent people who read things before we start saying people shouldn't read them. You should always let somebody read something and make the choice for themselves whether they want to read it or not. You don't bear down on people talking about, no, you shouldn't be reading this. Um, so it's a similar conversation that we had in the King chat. It froze. Freezing? Are y'all frozen? Am I frozen? God, I hope not. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I think we're all intelligent enough to be able to read and figure out what sounds right and what doesn't sound right. Although we can talk about some other aspects of literature, which I'm not ready to talk about one book yet until I had it myself. But I might, once I read this other book, we can talk about that later at a later date. I read this other book. Okay, so for some people I'm frozen and others I'm not. So all I can say, maybe it's your internet connection. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I mean that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I feel strongly about it after having thought it over years of like I'm the first person to say if you read a book by a white person writing about black people and they get that right, then yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Okay. But if that white person writes a story and it's all black people in it and it's a hot mess, they didn't get nothing right, then yeah, we need to call them out and say, yeah, that was wrong. You didn't get none of that right. You gotta, you gotta say that, So that's like a big problem, I think. But the thing is, this subject comes out every year almost at the same time, like around the beginning of the year, people are talking about diversity and yada yada yada. I agree, Teresa. Read what you want to read. Exactly, Curly Q. The notes alone substantiate the quality of the book. Now, the thing is, some people are so headstrong on this that they're not even willing to look at the, and look at the notes in the back to see if anything is substantiated. They don't care. Now, there's also the other issue is that there seem to be more white historians writing about our great black figures in biographies than we have of the black historians. The black historians seem to be writing more on the sociological um, point of what's going on sociologically and politically, as opposed to choosing to do biographies. So that's another issue as well. Although Patrice and I are going to be reading the Paul Laurence Dunbar biography, and that is written by a black man. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, one page sources. That is fantastic. Oh yes, book doctor. I second that. But you see, that's another thing too. I think a lot of people they arrive on social media, particularly Bookstagram. They they see how close knit the Black Bookstagram is, and they immediately want to join and start doing book, channel and stuff like that. A lot of them maybe haven't been reading that long, so they need to catch up a little bit in their reading. But they don't have social media etiquette. They just don't have it. Like they're out here is sending, DMs to authors and telling them they don't like their book and it sucks. Like who's doing that, Or they're telling people, why y'all reading that? And they make like a big deal about it and they put it on their stories. And like, I'm like, y'all need to go back to school. The etiquette is off for me. It's just totally off. Yeah, well, here again, this is like what we're saying in the beginning. Like people are going to grab to their corners and hunker down and never come out. Is the difference in races for biographers a matter of choice or resource opportunity? See, this is a question that I was discussing with Morgan, and we were asking a similar question because we don't I don't know how it works. Um, resource opportunity. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I have no idea. Now, I can always say, I would hope that it's not that, and that just that a lot of black historians are more interested in delving deep into the deep-seated racism that is, getting all down into our education, our medical, our everything. And so they feel that that is a more important book to write than to write about biographies of, people from our past. I hope it's not because white writers have more resources and opportunity to get to the resources. I hope it's not that, but I can't answer that. I don't know. I really don't know. But I questioned it. We both questioned it, and I were talking last night. Sarah says, I've noticed it's just about who can get published. Is it? I don't know. I really don't know. Uh, Billy's so funny. I don't remember his name right now, but look, let me look it up for you because I don't remember the name. Let me see if I can find the name of the dude. Uh, let's see if I can find it. Mm, Okay, so the guy's name is called Gene Andrew Jarrett, and this is the book right here. So, you were so right. In jail one on social media don't have time to think. They have to produce content. Yeah. Okay, so CNJL1 says they're admitting less and less people to history programs and even less black people. It is that why white people have more resources. That's probably very true. No, she probably hasn't read any of the ones by the black authors either. You're probably right about that too. Yeah, I know. I agree with that, a book doctor. There's always it has to be uber negative just to get all eyes on them. And that's kind of sad because that just shows you people will do anything for likes. And that's kind of annoying to me. Yeah, not quick trigger Raymond. Yeah, yeah, they'll post anything. I mean, stupid shit just because they know they're going to get engagement. This is the reason why I think people are just get wore the heck out with that kind of stuff. Just wore out with it. Yeah, that's a good idea as well, is to read more than one book around that time frame, around the historical figure. Okay. See, that has a lot to do with the other discussion I want to have, but I need to read this book first before we get to because I'm not ready yet. I haven't read the book yet. And don't ask me what book it is, I ain't gonna tell you. Yeah, Doctor, everything sadly is content. No worries. Oh, it's gonna be good, Celeste. He's great for moderating the King chat. He's very knowledgeable and he's doing a really good job. Yeah, well, ain't about time, Sarah. I'm just exhausted. Quick Trigger Raymond sounds like a rapper. Yeah, he does. Sean got a lot of energy. He's like, whoo, child. But he's passionate, so I like it. I like seeing someone that's passionate like that. Um, because somebody's digging deep. And I mean, I feel like that's what Bookstagram is missing. So for me, I ain't mad at it. Come on, bring it on. Sadly, I won't be able to watch it because I'll have to. I mean, I'll be in bed sleeping. I gotta wake tomorrow at the freaking crack of dawn to go to work. Yeah, it's the same thing, like the woman who said nobody reads so Dora. She just had to say that to try to get a whole bunch of people to go over to her TikTok. I tell you, people will do anything for like, "Oh, you wanna know the book? Yeah, well, I ain't telling you." No way, you're not getting that one out of me yet, because I have to prepare for the conversation, and I'm not prepared, you see? I'm just not prepared yet because I haven't read the book. Oh, 8 PM CST. Ooh, he not gonna quiz you. He not gonna quiz you, Celeste. You're gonna be all right. Yeah, I like how he gave the scope of King, all the different levels of him as, from him being a spouse to a friend to a civil rights leader, preacher, the whole thing. There's just the spectrum is large, and they allowed us to learn different things about him. Oh no, Celeste doesn't even know what the live is going to be about. Oh Jesus. Yeah, he's a talker, Sean Nathan. He's a talker. It's going to be fine, Celeste. Yeah, he's really passionate, Celeste. You're going to be all right, girl. He's not gonna quiz you. That's not. I don't think that's his style. It's gonna be fun. You're probably just gonna, talk about the book. Maybe talk about things that you liked about it or certain aspects of the book or whatever. It's not gonna be any. I don't think he's gonna quiz you. He doesn't strike me that kind of person. Like he's gonna quiz everybody all the time. He just likes to talk about the book and what he's learned, and he was comparing and showing us novels inside of the chat, so it was kind of interesting. When I could get in there and listen to things, I found it really interesting. No, I don't think so either, Raymond. I think he's going to be cool and it'll be fun. It'll be fun, Celeste. Y'all better save it so we can watch it later on. If you don't make it, save it. Save the live so I can watch it later. All right. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna have to love y'all and leave y'all at this moment in time. Yes, he will, D. He will bring a wealth of talking points in comparison to other books. It might even get people a chance to see other books about King that they would like to read as well. Um Celeste Raymond, I saw you in the hot seat before. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Anyway, so I gotta go, y'all. But this has been a damn pleasure talking to you guys. It's been interesting. And, you know, the next Friday will be Read So Lit. So all kinds of Read So Lit things will be going on next month. Have an excellent Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you all next Friday. Bye bye.